Hey guys, so sorry I didn't get to the video yesterday. My mom actually came to visit, as you saw on my stories, and it was awesome. Always amazing to see her. So yeah, as you know, this whole little IG video thing is kind of more my personal experiences, what I'm learning from, the day to day, week to week. Some days I learn something huge, and other times I don't, and I just want to make sure I tell you guys something that is useful to you. But this week, I have something fascinating that is just totally blowing my mind that does kind of relate to abuse, or at least in my personal relation to recovering from it. And that's the difference between platonic and romantic love, and the fact that there even is one, and that you can actually be in love with both and have a slight difference. So backtracking, why is this related to me and my recovery and all of that stuff? Well, I don't know if you guys, for those of you that have been with me through my Instagram, you saw one of my first posts was, actually, it might have been my first post when I started redoing my Instagram. It said that I took a long time to actually feel a true emotional close connection with people, and this is true. I actually was really emotionally constipated, I think is the fun way to put it, for a very long time. I couldn't really feel emotional closeness with people. I didn't feel safe. I know that some people with certain types of, I'm not sure if it was exactly the same, but psychological issues sometimes will have this, a reactive attachment disorder, stuff like that. That I don't know if that was part of it, but either way, I was able to get out of that, which was really cool. Means I was getting more normal, whatever normal means. But it also meant that I was really confused because I all of a sudden was able to feel these really intense emotional feelings for friends that I had that I previously didn't have. Previously to that ability to feel closer to them, I just kind of felt like they were there, and I knew that I cared about them logically, but the feelings were not existent. I wasn't able to internalize the fact that I cared about this person. And in some ways, I think because I didn't feel that, I thought that I wouldn't care if they weren't around. But it's kind of hard to explain. I'm sure anyone who's experienced this will get it, but people who haven't are probably looking at me like, what? Also, yes, I'm very late to the party and realizing there is a very big similarity between platonic, being in love platonically, and being in love romantically. Also, forgot to say, if you're not following my YouTube channel and my Instagram already, that is Megan K Motivate. Both of them are there. I don't know why I keep doing this. It's like I do that on my Insta stories, and yeah, just pretend that, at Megan K Motivates right there. But anyway, yeah, so this was really crazy to me because then I would be like, okay, so I have these feelings with my friends, these really deep love and affection and admiration for some of my friends. Am I in love with them romantically? Like, do I want to date them? Like, what the heck's going on here? And because I hadn't felt it before, that's what it registered to me as. And recently I was looking it up online because for some reason I guess I never looked up what platonic love feels like. And so I did, and then I came up to this one article or this one sentence somewhere that said, "Oh, you can be in love platonically," and I was like, "What the heck is that?" And so I looked it up more, and apparently you can, and apparently scientifically the same chemicals that are released when you are in romantic love, that are like, oh my god, I love being around them and they're just so amazing. Same freaking things are released when you're in platonic love. So you can still want to spend all of your time with this person and feel like you're in love with them. That said, there is a difference, but what I'm finding is, because I looked at a lot of different articles this morning, I looked at some scientific ones, though interestingly enough, a lot of the scientific ones are more interested in studying the difference between male and female friendships in platonic love. Very interesting. One of them said that women are able to feel more in love platonically and romantically because of societal norms, which I guess kind of makes sense. But I was able to find a bunch of culmination of all kinds of articles that are non-scholarly, and some are a little bit, but most, to be honest with you, are just kind of like people talking on YouTube and experiential things, which I think still has some validity to it because, I'm experiencing it and so are other people. But it was just interesting to be able to be like, okay, you can still have this. But the caveat that I found when I was looking at this was that the difference between romantic and platonic love kind of depends on the person, because a lot of people, when I looked up the general definition online, it would say that it's the sexual interaction that you might have with a romantic partner versus a platonic partner. But I don't think that's always true, because there's asexual people, there are people that are in open relationships and things like that. So I think sex on its own can't really be a determinator for whether you're feeling in love platonically or in love romantically. So I gotta be honest with you, I don't completely know what that line is for me, and I'm going to figure that out. I'm actually going to map it out, and I'm going to see what it is, because I think that's pretty darn fascinating. It also makes a lot of things make sense. Yeah, guys, if you're listening to this and you thought that, this is kind of an interesting topic, definitely comment your thoughts on this, because I am totally curious on your experiences, what your line actually is, and what that all is. Side note, also, my arm hurts. I'm holding my phone up. Side note, I mean, why don't movies put this in them more? Like, everyone's so focused on romantic love and, like, the flowers and I don't know. It's like, I feel like if they put the understanding of truly having best friends and really truly loving your best friends the same, in a way, the same way that you love someone romantically, just with whatever that difference is, I feel like people would be a little less confused, maybe, or maybe would be more confused. Who knows? Because it really, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Everyone's a little bit different. But yeah, I mean, at this stage in my recovery and getting better, I'm really happy to say I'm able to develop those close connections. I guess at this point now, I'm just still trying to understand what they mean and what that'll mean for me later in my life as I move forward. Anyways, guys, I hope you have an awesome day, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to hear, like I said, your opinions on this, because my mind is completely blown right now. I have a lot of work to do today, but it's definitely something I'm going to look more into, and once I make my little chart of things, I will let you know what I come up with. Anyway, I hope you guys have a kick-ass day. Also, when I do make the chart, I will present to you how I made that, in case you guys want to figure out what your line is. I don't know how late to the game I am. I'm sure there's some people who are in the same boat as me, where they didn't really know, and then there's some people that have known this forever, and they're like, yeah, Megan, obviously, and I'm just like, anyway, guys, have a kick-ass day. Show me your walk.